When football fans became frustrated at how dull and boring the official club magazines were, they did the only thing possible, and that was to start their own fanzines. Well, the angry Corrie says it does the same thing for hill walking, but surely there's no comparison between walking up hills and playing football.
It's just like football, really. It's just the same. Some old stuffy fuddy-duddies are in charge of all the writing and over clubs and things, and all the punters just want to read the fanzines, really.
And I think if the landowners have their way, there'd be turnstiles at the foot of the hills and you'd be paying to get up them, so the analogy gets even closer, you know.
So why did you start a magazine like this?
Two things, really. The first one, the most important, is to get rich, you know. These people that make Viz magazine, they're all driving about in Porsches, and it's just puerile lavatory humour. We can do that, there's nothing new about that. And no one's done it about the mountains before, so there should be a new market out there, and in fact there is. The second one, really, I think there's a lot of important issues about the hills are just completely unexplored. Is Glencoe better than Shakespeare? We say yes. There's a lot of people out there who say no. Is the sheep an interesting animal?
Well, the types of magazines that existed before we started the Angry Corrie were all probably quite similar. They're all very glossy. They've got several types of articles which just recur and recur and recur. It's all about sunsets and mist and stags and eagles and things, and we just write about sheep and rain, really. Then there's articles by what so-called crag rats who kind of sort of poise on rock and sort of just dangle themselves from precipices wearing fancy trousers, and you know we have nothing to do with that, certainly.
And how angry are you?
Very, very, very angry.
I've only twice been angry in my life, maybe a few times, but not been angry for several years, certainly.
We decided that the Angry Corrie had to have a cartoon in it. Nobody was going to buy it if there weren't some pictures. You know, words do not a magazine make. So basically what I did, I just took incidents, real life incidents out of my partner's life, followed him about for a couple of days, jotted down what he was doing, and I hand him to this drawer guy and he draws it. And it's very, very simple. Everything has actually happened to my partner.
The cartoons have got to go, certainly. I'm just sick of these cartoons. Every time I edit a magazine and the cartoons get in, it's just not good enough, you know.
He's ancient, right? Absolutely ancient. He's spent at least half his life in bothies. He's obsessed with sort of high fibre food, wears nothing but dark green, obsessive about bagging. He's got Munro's tables, he ticks them off, he's got Munro's map on his wall. Very solitary character, mainly because nobody would have anything to do with him except me, out of a sort of charitable instinct.
Well, I am fairly boring, really. I mean, I think hill walkers should be boring.
We have been thrown together by one of these sort of quirks of fate, really. You know, I think at the quantum level, things can suddenly explode and they actually result in change at the macroscopic level, and that's really what's happened with me and him.
I actually met him in a bothy which he thought was a wine bar, and he just kind of got tangled up somehow that way. He's actually only climbed 2 hills in his life, one of which is off his seat.
You scared you're going to be taken seriously soon?
No, not in the slightest, am I?
Well, I mean, if we don't get taken seriously, I'm just going to move to England, you know.